I feel a tug on my pant leg. And I look down, and there's a small child there. Looks up at me. "Excuse me, mister. Why are you so fat?" I pause for a moment. I look at his father, who's standing right behind him, to see what is going to happen next. Nothing. That's why I look him down. I look him straight in the eye. I eat small children. Ever seen one of those cartoons where the eyes pop out of the head? That is exactly what happened. His eyes popped out of his head. He scooted across the floor, across the room, followed by his now very unhappy father. It's an example of an uncomfortable truth. Whether you're fat, a woman, or maybe, just maybe, you're wearing a hoodie and a pair of sweats and some shoes, instead of wearing your suit like you're supposed to, we judge people on what we see. Kind of like how you might be judging me right now because I'm sitting rather than standing to make a point. Reminds me of the first time I learned about an uncomfortable truth in college. It was the night before Christmas. And it was the week before Christmas. And all through the motel, not a creature was stirring except for me and my friend Fred. We were coming back from the motel office, walking outside. I stopped for a minute to go get a soda, and Fred went on back to our room. As I went to go back to the room, that would be the fire alarm. I looked around. I didn't see anything. So I walked back up the stairs and headed to the room. And as I headed back to the room, I heard, "Hey! Hey, you!" As I looked down, I saw a cop. Me? "Yeah, you." Okay. So I went back downstairs. What seems to be the "shut the bleep up! Get the bleep against the wall." What did I? "Shut the bleep again up. You know what the bleep you did." Pulled the firearm. "Officer, I did." "Shut the bleep up and against the wall." "Where's your friend?" Ow, that hurt. "Shut up!" 219. He proceeded to walk me back to the motel office and sit me in a chair as he went to get Fred. Fred is my best friend in college. We're both radio majors, both want to be major radio stars. Black hair, brown eyes, goes to church on Sunday. Every Sunday. He's my best friend. The officer brings Fred in and handcuffs as well. You know, growing up as a kid, my grandparents would tell me stories back in the day about the Holocaust. Told me a story about how there was a set of my family We're supposed to come on the first train and the second train. The second train never showed up. He said to always fight for yourself and to always stand up for yourself. So I started to sit there and say, "Officer, we haven't done anything." "Jeff, shut up." "No, we didn't, Jeff. Be quiet." For about 30 minutes. "Let's go." And we went back to our room, where the officer would later come and tell us that the fire alarm had been pulled 3 doors down from us by someone else entirely. When he left, I looked at Fred. What were you doing? What's that all about? He's like, "Jeff, it's what I was taught to do." My friend Fred is black. And that's when I realized an uncomfortable truth. I had judged Fred on what I had seen. Just like Fred, that child had judged me by looking at me because I was fat. We look at people and what they look like, and we think that they have the same perspective, and that's wrong. Just because you're sitting, or you're black, maybe you're wearing spandex, hoodie. Fred was taught something incredibly different. Fred had faced things that were different than me. And I judged him because of what I saw, not him as a person. I ask that you do as I try to do every day. Judge people as how you know them, not how you see them. Don't judge a book by its cover. Judge people by who they are. And by the way, you need to be careful. You never know which person's going to eat small children.
You want this now?
Either way, yeah.